Hello movie fans and welcome to Lost in the Reel. Today I'm going to be talking about Blumhouse and Amazon Prime's new horror comedy Totally Killer. In the vein of other Jason Blum produced flicks like Happy Death Day, Freaky, and Megan, does this movie hit the right notes of fun, silly horror, or is it more in line with his Truth or Dare and Fantasy Island movies in that it's just plain stupid? Let's talk about it. Totally Killer follows 17-year-old Jamie, who is thrust back into a 35-year-old murder mystery when the infamous Sweet 16 killer returns to her hometown to wreak havoc once more. Jamie discovers a way to travel back in time to 1987, determined to stop the killer before he can even begin his deadly spree. Jason Blum, who admittedly has also produced some prestige horror films like Get Out and The Black Phone, has mostly carved out a great niche for himself in the silly but fun horror market. Movies like Happy Death Day and Freaky have not done anything to try to reinvent the wheel, but rather they play with well-worn tropes of the genre and subvert expectations along the way. Although these movies are really nothing to write home about, they are escapist entertainment for gorehounds that are a rollicking good time for 90 minutes. Nothing more and nothing less. And I'm pleased to report that Totally Killer falls right in line with the best that this guilty pleasure niche has to offer. I think a lot of the fun has to do with the fact that this movie does not take itself seriously at all and is completely in on the joke. Rather than try to explain the time travel element ad nauseum, the writers throw a couple of mumbo-jumbo words out there to pretend like they tried, and then just throw us into the action. It's refreshing that the movie knows that the audience doesn't care about the mechanics of all of this time travel nonsense. All we want to see are some juicy kills, ridiculous 80s callbacks, and an intriguing whodunit. And Totally Killer mostly delivers on all of that, although I do think the kills could have been more inspired. The film is helmed from Fresh Off the Boat and Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23 creator Nahnatchka Khan. And you can feel her TV roots in every frame of this movie, which is why I think Totally Killer was perfectly made for streaming. This isn't a bad thing at all though. In fact, that it feels like a Disney Channel original movie from the early 2000s, but with a hard R rating, adds to its extreme charm and likability. The cringe and cheese from sitcoms past are all there, but with a wink to the audience and a slash to the throat. Nahnatchka Khan's penchant for comedy is also extremely clear here, as Totally Killer is laugh-out-loud funny at times, or at least supremely cheeky. And the jokes that come from calling out the political incorrectness of the 80s had me in stitches. Kiernan Shipka was a really good choice to lead this film. As she showed in Netflix's Sabrina series, the actress has a knack for dark comedy. She also has a charisma that exudes off of the screen, and Shipka is able to propel some scenes here that are poorly written or teeter on the edge of being just plain stupid. I do think out of all of Blumhouse's movies like this one, Freaky has to be my favorite though, only because Vince Vaughn's screen presence really elevated that movie to new heights.
Will you shut up? Look, I know this is crazy.
Totally Killer does lack that extra special ingredient to make it something a little bit more memorable. As with most Blumhouse flicks, Totally Killer isn't breaking any new ground in the horror genre, and it probably won't end up in your top 10 movies of the year. It's also just about as scary as an episode of Scooby-Doo or one of the Halloween Town movies, just with a lot more gore. But it's entertaining as hell, and it provides a level of perfect escapism that is hard to find in this genre. So I say that Totally Killer is a definite must-watch for any movie fan this spooky season. Thank you so much for watching Lost in the Reel. What are your thoughts on Totally Killer? What is your favorite Blumhouse horror movie? Sound off in the comment section down below. And until next time, my friends, take care.